What is going on, guys? I am the FT Guru, bringing to you guys a Friday NBA edition of my DFS podcast. We have 9 games on tonight's slate, a decent amount of value that we can pick from, and really no injury news to wait on. The only questionable guy currently in the early afternoon here is Brandon Ingram, and he's in a late game at 10 o'clock Eastern, so we might not even get his news before lock. So let's discuss 5 guys that I'm looking at for value tonight. As usual, like this video, make sure you're subscribed, and let's get after it. Last night, my NFL single game lineups did pretty well. NBA GPP did well, and the NHL cash almost took down tournaments. So let's have another great night tonight. We have plenty of things to pick lineups for. So before I get into my picks, my sponsored sportsbook BetUS offers 125% matched bonus of any first deposit of $50 or more. Use the link below this video in my bio and sign up today with promo code JOIN125. For point guard, I'm going to go to a guy that I've been going to a lot this year, and that's Derek White. His price hasn't been changing. When he was like 6,500, a little bit more than that, I was kind of fading off of him, but now he's back down to 61. He's the number 2 guy for the Spurs behind DeJounte Murray. Popovich clearly likes him a lot. He plays him a lot of minutes, and he's averaging 30.8 fantasy points on the year. He needs 30 to hit value tonight, and he's represented a very solid, consistent floor of around 25 fantasy points. He doesn't get anything lower than that, and he's represented a 40-point ceiling. So maybe he doesn't win you tournaments for GPPs because he's not going to get you 50 most likely, but he's a safe play in cash games tonight, and I'm looking at him at the guard position. For shooting guard, just lock in Cade Cunningham tonight. It's going to be the last day he's this low. The Pistons have clearly shown that they're not afraid to run him into the ground. They already said his restrictions are lifted even on back-to-back games. And they are playing the Nets tonight. They could get blown out, but it seems like Cunningham's a guy that they're going to give minutes no matter what, even if they're getting blown out. He had a double-double last night, easily hit value. He was 4,600. He's 4,200 today. He's gone down, but he's probably going to go back up to around 5,000 or more next slate. So take advantage of this price. He has the ball in his hands a lot. It's just a matter of if he doesn't turn the ball over too much, which he was great last night at playing 31 minutes. Lock him in all your lineups. Small forwards, looking at Anthony Edwards. I had him last slate with no D'Angelo Russell. His usage went up a bunch. He's the number 1 scoring guy here in Minnesota. Karl Anthony Towns is also there, but Edwards seems to be the shooter here. At 8,000, he needs 40 fantasy points to hit value. He's doing that on the year, and that's with D'Angelo playing. The game with Russell out, last game he played 38 minutes, so his minutes went up a few minutes, and he easily hit value. So I like this play again at 8,000. He is a solid cash game play. He should have a nice high floor in tonight's game. For power forwards, go to Thaddeus Young. No Jacob Poeltl again for the Spurs. Drew Eubanks drew the start, and he was the popular play last slate, but he's gone up to 4,400 now. Thaddeus is only $200 more. I would rather spend up a little bit more on Thaddeus. He's a little bit safer. He played a few more minutes than Eubanks did last game, and he's far more productive on the defensive end. He got 29.7 fantasy points. He needs 23 to hit value tonight. When you're really picking between the two guys with basically the same price, I'm going to go with Thaddeus Young because he's more solidified. For center, let's look at Zubac. He's not necessarily a lock, but he's the first guy that jumped out at me at center. He's playing the Timberwolves for a second game in a row, and he saw 34 minutes last game. Sometimes Zubac doesn't play so many minutes because the Clippers can afford to play small. But the Timberwolves can't afford to play small. Karl Anthony Towns is borderline their best player. He's going to be on the court for over 30 minutes, and the Clippers have no one else to guard Towns without Serge Ibaka in the lineup. So Zubac at 4,600 should see similar production and similar minutes that he saw against the same exact team last game. So I can't imagine that they don't run him against Towns a majority of this game again. that'll sum up today's video, guys. I appreciate you for tuning in. As usual, like the video, make sure you're subscribed. Let's get after it tonight, and I hope you guys all have a great weekend. I will have an NFL video up tomorrow on Saturday. Until next time, I am the FD Guru, and I'm signing off. See ya.